What's up guys, I'm MysticMal. Today's YouTube video is going to be a very good one. We're going to be diving back into the Metal Gear Solid 3 Delta Snake Eater universe with part 9 of my walkthrough. We are inching closer to the end. This might be the finale. And yeah, we're getting ready to fight the boss and do all that type of stuff. We saved Eva, we crashed on the motorcycle, we finished off Volgan and the Shagohod. Now there's one last thing to do. But yeah guys, before we get too deep into this, please subscribe if you haven't, like the video, share with your friends. If this is your first time here, it certainly won't be your last. So please hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any of my Mystic content guys. May your heart be your guiding key. Let's grow this Mystic family. Wow, Eva has to be directly on me. What the hell happened? Oh, it's a cutscene. I thought something had happened to Eva or something like that. This music is crazy. Looks like we're gonna have to do some fighting. What? Eva! I might as well fry them real quick. Eva, what are you doing? Please. Eva. Eva, get over here. Eva, what are you doing? Ooh, some fruits. Let me get a couple of them. Are those the little false mangoes or whatever?
Get out of the way.
Eva! Oh my gosh, come on. Do I have to get you in CQC and drag you over here? Because this is crazy. Oh my goodness. Come on. Let's go this way, right? What do they want?
Snake, the lake is just over that cliff. Eva should be able to climb it if you help her. Keep her close to you.
Okay, cool. I have little to no bullets. Oh my gosh. By the way, guys, they cooked with this one. I feel like the next game they should do, I seen that they did like this little poll thing. Like there was a poll on Twitter, I believe it was. Was it not Twitter? It was during it was an event that happened recently, and they had a little survey that asked people what game they should do next. In my opinion, Metal Gear 1 and Metal Gear 2, the two games that was on the the Nintendo 64. They need to do those games because that's what happens next chronologically, at least. Music was awesome. Beautiful.
Come on, Snake.
Wow.
We made it.
Wow.
Made it.
Like, they really flexed when it came to, like, when it comes to graphics right now, they've been flexing.
It's the boss, isn't it? I'll go get the wig ready to take off.
Right.
I'll leave you two alone. But come back in one piece, okay?
Wow. This is like a movie.
Promise me.
Ooh, that music. Dang.
Life's end. Isn't it beautiful?
Yes.
It's almost tragic. When life ends, it gives off a final lingering aroma. Light is but a farewell gift from the darkness to those on their way to die. I've been waiting, Snake, for a long time. Waiting for your birth, your growth, and the finality of today.
Boss. Why are you doing this?
Why? To make the world one again. The world used to be whole. But with the end of the Second World War, the philosophers began to fight amongst themselves, and the world was torn apart. The Cobras, my comrades who trained and fought alongside me, were torn apart as well. The foibles of politics and the march of time can turn friends into enemies just as easily as the wind changes. Ridiculous, isn't it?
Crazy. Crazy how valid this type of stuff is in 2025. Like, it's crazy.
Think back, when I was leading the
Way ahead of its time.
we were fighting together. Now, consider whether America and Russia will still be enemies in the 21st century. Somehow I doubt it. Enemies change along with the times, the flow of the ages, and we soldiers are forced to play along.
True.
I didn't raise you and shape you into the man you are today, just so we could face each other in battle. A soldier's skills aren't meant to be used to hurt friends. So then what is an enemy? Is there such a thing as an absolute timeless enemy? There is no such thing, and never has been. And the reason is that our enemies are human beings like us, They can only be our enemies in relative terms. The world must be made whole again. The philosophers must be reunited. I will devote my skills to that purpose. And with the Colonel's money, I will achieve that end. Just as I once created the Kobolds. They are my family. I may no longer be able to bear children, but I still have a family. It was November 1st, 1951. I was in the Nevada desert participating in atomic testing.
Right.
The name Nevada is derived from Spanish. Covered in snow, white as snow. And snow is exactly what I saw in that Nevada desert. It froze my blood white. Snake, you were an atomic test subject, weren't you? On Bikini Atoll. That's part of the reason I was drawn to you. You and I are alike. We're both slowly being eaten away by the karma of others. We'll never have the chance to die peacefully of old age. We have no tomorrow. But we can still have hope for the future. In 1960, I saw a vision of the ideal future from space.
By the way, did you see the young pictures of Snake at the bottom, right there?
Succeeded in launching Sputnik, the first man-made satellite in history, into orbit. This came as a huge shock to the United States. In response, America threw everything it had into its own manned spaceflight project, the Mercury program. Even as the Soviets seemed poised to send their first man into space, America was still experimenting with chimpanzees and rockets. The government wanted human data. So they secretly decided to send a human being into space. I was the one they chose. At the time, they didn't have the technology to block out cosmic rays, and whoever they sent up would inevitably be exposed to heavy radiation. That's why they chose me. After all, I'd already been irradiated once. Of course, you won't find any of this in the history books. I could see the planet as it appeared from space. That's when it finally hit me. Space exploration is nothing but another game in the power struggle between the US and the USSR. Politics, economics, the arms race, they're all just arenas for meaningless competition. I'm sure you can see that, but the Earth itself has no boundaries. No East, no West, no Cold War. And the irony of it is, the United States and the Soviet Union are spending billions on their space programs and the missile race, only to arrive at the same conclusion. In the 21st century, everyone will be able to see that we are all just inhabitants of a little celestial body called Earth. A world without communism or capitalism, that is the world I wanted to see.
Let her cook.
But reality continued to betray me. In 1961, I was sent to Cuba, to Bahia de Cochinos. It was part of a CIA-sponsored invasion under the guise of taking Cuban exiles back to their country. But the US government betrayed them. Our weak-kneed president held back their air support. Defenseless, the exiles were annihilated by the Cuban army. All I could do was watch in silence. I was set up by the very country I'd sacrificed so much for, by the very government I dedicated my life to defending. I was driven from the surface world, and I went underground. Then, 2 years ago, I faced the sorrow, my old comrade in battle.
We need that.
Friend.
We need that.
But one of us had to die. I was left with no choice.
We need a game
The sorrow
about
gave his
this.
life for me. There is no enmity between us. One must live, and one must die. That was the mission. The ones who gave me that mission were the philosophers. Early in the 20th century, the true holders of power in the United States, the Republic of China, and the newly formed Soviet Union gathered together in a secret meeting that would later be known as the Wise Men's Committee. The secret pact they formed there marked the beginning of the philosophers. But the last of the original members died in the 1930s. After that, the organization began to run out of control, and the Wise Men's Committee degenerated into a mere shell of its former self. The philosophers of today have no sense of good or evil. Their influence extends to countries and organizations involved in every aspect of every war. They have become war itself. That's how they operate. The sacrifices of war cause a shift in the times. This shift leads to renewed conflict, and in turn triggers the next war. Like a nuclear chain reaction, each conflict sparks countless others, forming an endless spiral that will continue on for eternity. Do you understand what I'm saying, Snake? By consuming me and you, the philosophers intend to keep that cycle going forever. It was my father who explained all of this to me. He was one of them. You see, I am the last remaining child of the philosophers. But after he revealed the truth, my father was killed by that same shapeless, formless organization.
I would love to see a young boss.
And my father isn't the only thing the philosophers have taken from me. In June of 1944, the Cobras and I took part in the landing at Normandy. We'd been given a top-secret mission to locate and destroy enemy V-2 rocket installations.
We need to see this.
I was pregnant at the time. The sorrow was the father. I gave birth on the field of battle. A beautiful baby boy. But my child was snatched away from me by the philosophers.
Woo!
Look at this scar. This is proof that I was once a mother. I gave up my body and my child for my country. There is nothing left inside me now. Nothing at all. No hatred, not even regret. And yet sometimes at night, I can still feel the pain creeping up inside me, slithering through my body like a snake.
This is poetry.
I've never talked this much about myself before. Thanks. Thanks for listening to me. I feel content. Snake, commence the operation. I raised you. I loved you. I've given you weapons, taught you techniques, endowed you with knowledge. There is nothing more for me to give you. All that's left for you to take is my life, by your own hand. One must die, and one must live. No victory, no defeat. The survivor will carry on the fight. It is our destiny. The one who survives will inherit the title of boss. And the one who inherits the title of boss will face an existence of endless battle. I'll give you 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, MiGs will come and bomb the hell out of this place. If you can beat me in less than 10 minutes, you'll be able to escape in time.
Wow.
Let's make
This is poetry.
Boss.
You're a soldier. Finish your mission. Prove your loyalty. Face me.
Alright, let's do it.
I come.
It didn't even let me do anything. The bosses came and just hit me in the gut. Okay, let's try to do this smoothly. Where is she? Wait, do I have like a thermal? Wait. But when I tell you guys, it could make you cry. Like, just the whole conversation and her saying that she, like, sacrificed a lot, but then still got betrayed and still, like, it's wild. Let me see if there's like an easy way. Nah, can't use that. There she is. Oh my goodness. I love that. Oh my goodness. I love how it's like a full like cutscene. That's awesome. Ma'am, you just dodged a bullet. You dodged the bullet, ma'am. How are you doing this? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, what do you mean? Stay behind this tree. Oh my gosh, I'm just inhaling bullets right now. She's almost done though. Okay, only got the pistol to go. Let's go. Hell yeah. Wait, hold on. I gotta do it. The teabag. No, but yeah, that was a good fight. Love the music. The music is everything. One of the most iconic scenes in all of gaming. We need a prequel with this woman, and we need... There's so much different things in the Metal Gear series that hasn't been touched upon but talked about. So there's plenty of places to go with the franchise.
It's our only hope.
Patriot. Why are you giving me this?
Jack.
Wow.
Or should I say, Snake? You're a wonderful man. Kill me. Kill me now. Do it.
Too bad I couldn't do the CQC thing, but
There's only
yeah.
room for one boss and one snake.
The fight was mostly sad, honestly. Hello? Okay. About to say, like, what happened? The game froze. Wow. Symbolisms.
Ready to go, Snake? Are you okay? Snake?
Yeah.
Okay, so it turned white. So it wasn't like it being red wasn't necessarily a real thing. Like it being red was just a symbolism,
I told you you could trust me.
which is like Snake's first step into darkness and stuff like that. Because he was the only one that saw it as red. But, yeah. Good symbolisms. Now we have this idiot back again.
Ocelot! We're not done yet! Damn!
Snake, try to remember some of the basics of CQC.
Not good!
Just punched him in the eye that doesn't have an eye.
I picked up a few new moves. Huh. It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man. But I'll get over it. Eva!
Crazy.
What do you say to one last showdown?
Yeah, all right.
Assume it's the one on the left.
What's your name?
Snake.
No, not that name. You're not a snake, and I'm not an ocelot. We're men with names. My name is Adamska. What's yours?
John.
Very well, John. Plain name. But I won't forget it. Come on!
I assume it's that one. Let's see how good I am. Even though he slipped it behind his back twice. Alright, let's see. Hey!
It's a blank. That was fun. Till we meet again, John.
my goodness. Hey, would y'all want a ocelot-centric game? I would like one.
Give me a hand! Pull! Come on, pull up!
There you go.
We made it.
Yeah, we sure did.
Yeah, you see, and then the flowers are back wide again. Let me check this real quick.
Oh no, Migs!
Making good time, too.
There's no way out. What are we gonna do?
We've come too far to let them stop us now. Those things have got to be armed.
It's no use. There's no way we can outmaneuver them. They're gonna shoot us down. We were so close.
Weapon systems on. Locked on target. I got towed.
You were great, Eva.
Huh?
Thanks.
Oak 19, this is Control. Stand by for a direct order from the chairman. Oak 19, return to base immediately. Do you read me? This is a direct order from Comrade Khrushchev. Return to base immediately. Oak 19, do you copy?
Understood. Aborting mission. RTB.
Look! The Migs are turning back! Woo!
Mission accomplished or whatever.
Well done, Snake.
The MiG's disengaged.
Most likely under orders from Khrushchev.
Is this his way of helping us?
Who knows? Maybe he didn't want things to get messier than they already are. Or maybe he just wanted us to owe him one. The important thing is, you made it out alive. As long as Khrushchev is with us, I don't think they'll be coming after you. It should be smooth sailing all the way to Alaska. I'm sending someone out to Galena Base to meet you.
To meet me?
The DCI and the President himself are waiting at Langley. Don't keep them waiting.
Goliath Extra 2000. I'd see if that's a true radio. Like, if that's real. Why do you still have on your, like, army fatigues and the codec and everything
GB,
at a regular house?
did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Is that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation? Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now.
Phone over there. None of this music better be copyrighted, I swear. No, guys, you don't even understand. Like, I've been dealing with copyright for the past few episodes, and I've been disputing it here and there. They cleared up the first one for Snake Eater, but then it's been happening ever since. Which I don't even understand. Like, we're content creators. We should be able to use this, like, for a review. It's a review video. So, you know, copyright can be a very huge hassle sometimes. Even though during that final boss battle, it should be well within the confines of the Fair Use Act, but whatever. Let's see. That's funny. She threw the radio codec out in the fire. That's cool. I wonder if you play this game with 0 damage, would his body be less scarred? You know, like you see a lot of the stitches you see on his shoulder, then you see on his chest, you know. My bad, guys. Somebody's giving me a call. Let me just mute my phone real quick.
The first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge.
Biblical symbolisms.
Forgive me, snake.
Goodbye. There's so many places where they could take the story. Like, it's wild. Because they can leave Snake out of it. They can put the boss in it. They could do so many different things. Make a game about Eva, what she does after the events of this game.
I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA. I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry.
Nice bike. Nice Triumph. It's like one of those Triumph bobbers.
Philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgan was hiding the Philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgan, you all believed me. The Philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy. And also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liandon easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when
you see, like, why can't we get another game based on one of those children that came from one of those schools? Like, there's so many places that they can go with the story.
Philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy. And to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I
Okay, slow down now. Let's slow down. You mean to tell me Snake is sleeping that hard he didn't hear the 80-pound suitcase go flying into his, like, fireplace? What about the snaps and the crackles? Whoa. That was okay. Whatever, but that's crazy. So she had it rigged to explode, so there's no real evidence.
Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died.
Green Beret.
She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice. Because that was her duty.
Paramedic Zero and Sigint.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss.
The Medal of Honor.
You are a true patriot.
Dang, he got pissed.
You know, we could use an infiltration unit like Fox in the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgan inherited and
Paramedic looks great, by the way.
At the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgan's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgan fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility.
That's what pretty much caused everything.
Demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss. And that one of their own would have to do the job.
You have to think, if Volgan didn't do this, how different would the story would have went, you know? If he didn't shoot that missile at the
wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive.
laboratory.
She wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given, and she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe.
Wow.
She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end.
Loyal to the end.
But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on in your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told
The Patriot, some flowers.
Snake. History will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero.
Who saved the world in memory of a patriot.
Patriot.
Alright, guys. October 15, 1964, Khrushchev is outed from power. Brezhnev becomes the first secretary of the Communist Party. 16, China conducts its first successful nuclear test. Sigint joins ARPA. He takes part to make ARPANET, which would go online in 1969. The U.S. government conducts a study in emergency treatment. Da, 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 da. Okay, EMT. Eva disappears without a trace in Hanoi. Major Zero disbands Fox. The United States accumulates the branch of the philosophers, names it the Patriots. Big Boss establishes Foxhound. The Les Enfants Terribles project is developed. The sons of Big Boss are born. Hell yeah, Snake. Shout out to David Hayter. But yeah, Lori Allen, the boss, great job. But yeah, what I was gonna say is we're finally at the end, and yeah, so what I was going to say is that, okay, the big boss's sons are born 1972, so like there's a few things that they talk about, like for example Eva disappearing in Hanoi. I believe Hanoi is in Vietnam, I believe, but during that time I believe that's during the Vietnam War, so like we need a game based on that whole situation, honestly. And there's so many different places that they can take the franchise. Yeah, put some respect on Hideo Kojima's name. Come on now. Yeah. Have them right inside the credits too. Metal Gear would even exist without Hideo, so please show some respect. But yeah, like there's so many different places that they can take the franchise, honestly, and like so many different places that they can take for like prequel stuff or even future stuff. They can have a game with Big Boss, you know, in Hanoi or whatever it may be, or even a game based around Eva, maybe a game based around Ocelot, you know, that takes place after Metal Gear Solid 3. Because I know there is time jumps. Maybe a very young Snake or whatever it may be. Maybe Snake's first mission. Maybe Snake's like rookie mission. You know. World War II based game with the boss. There's many different ways and places to go when it comes to this story. But this was beautiful, guys. They cooked. They did a good job, for real. I enjoyed every single second of this. I don't have any complaints. I don't know about y'all. If y'all have a complaint, you know, I don't have any complaints. This was amazing. Kojima, y'all got to get together. Seriously, y'all gotta. It's years now. Years past. Let the past be the past, and y'all work together to give us better games. You know, like that's what it matters.
Yes, Grozny
That's what matters.
and research facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed.
Not him using the ring phone, like, oh, like.
Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands.
Crazy.
Money. Yes, the philosopher.
Ocelot wasn't even on their side. He was on our side the whole time.
The film we handed the Chinese was a fake.
Damn.
Peking
Eva just got... Eva got bamboozled.
I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too.
Crazy.
Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them.
Damn.
I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam.
Damn.
Of course, I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
Seeing stuff like this makes me desire. Oh, I didn't even know I played this on hard. Oh, okay, I had no idea. But yeah, like, that's the thing. Like, okay, I got Panther 2. That's what I got. Sweet, awesome. I only saved 13 times, which is nice. But yeah, like I was gonna say though, is like seeing stuff like that whole ending sequence. If you close your eyes, you think you're watching a movie. You know, like you forget the fact that you're playing a video game, and that makes me want. Sorry, but that makes me want a series or a movie of some sorts. And I know this doesn't really end well. You know, it's hard to make a live action and please everyone, right? But I just feel like find someone that favors the person, right? Like, it's not like a cartoon or anything like that. That's a different story. But it would be easy to find someone that favors Snake, that favors Eva, that favors the boss, and all that jazz. You know, that's the easy part because they're made off of realistic models. So I would love to see something like that. Let's continue with how they did Metal Gear Solid 3 first, the remake. Let's continue this path of remaking games in the chronological order of what happens within the story, chronologically at least. Green face paint, cool. Brown face paint, tuxedo. Banana. DPM. Oscom Desert. Desert Tiger. Flecktarn. National flag face paint. Mummy camo. Grenade camo. See, unlocked reward camo. Okay, they have a bunch of different stuff. They got roses, rainbow, white tuxedo, demo theater. Cool. Secret theater. Gun savage. Cool. I'm going to save. Cool, awesome. I love that. Let's just vibe out for a few seconds. Cool. I love how they have the horse there and then the boss is like right there. Wow, guys. This is an absolute gem. Alright, let me cut it off there before they do some copyright or whatever. Yeah, guys. That was amazing. That was awesome. I'm enjoying every single second of that, and like I told you, like I am so ready for what's next and what's soon to come. You know, we also have Tokyo Game Show going on at the moment. You know, Resident Evil stuff people are hoping for, and then we have Kingdom Hearts stuff that people are praying for, even though I feel like Kingdom Hearts is not going to appear at Tokyo Game Show at all. I feel like it's going to be at the Game Awards, honestly, in December. I think so, guys. But yeah, guys, this is great. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how fast you beat the game. I beat the game in 13 hours. I did this in episodes, so yeah. This game is amazing. I'm enjoying every single second of it. Like, I can't stop smiling with how much I enjoyed this. This was such a treat. And yeah, guys, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit the like button as well. If this was your first video, this is your first time here, it certainly won't be your last. Please go back and watch the first, second, and third, and so on. And if you're returning, what's up? Love you all. Y'all are amazing. Y'all are everything. Y'all are great, guys. Make sure you hit the notifications bell so you don't miss any of my Mystic content. May your heart be your guiding key. Let's grow this Mystic family. Peace.